up everybody, it's your boy Tough Kid and you're welcome back to another video. If you are new here, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notification icon so that I get notified anytime I drop any video. But if you are not new here, you're welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to spot the reversal patterns in the market. So make sure to stay tuned, and then without any further ado, let's get straight into the actual video. So I'm going to reveal to you the top 3 reversal patterns in the forex market. So our first pattern will be our double top pattern, and this is how our double top pattern is created. Our double top pattern is created. Most of the time you will see there is a support a resistance region here, and there will be price moving from a lower high, then price reject the resistance region, come back down, then go back there again, because it is because this resistance level is strong, it rejects the market again, then market push to the downside, making this point right here, making this region right here a strong resistance region, and forming this M pattern or this double top pattern. That is where market begins to push to the downside. So this is how we spot the M patterns. The M pattern is created where there is a support and market is pushing towards the resistance. Then when market reject it for the first time, market put to the downside, market come back again and reject it for the second time, then we can say the market has formed an M pattern or a double top pattern. And before we can say a double top pattern is formed, price has to reject it for the first time. And reject it for the second time again. That's where we can say we have formed an M pattern or double top pattern. Do you understand me? And this is how you can trade a double top pattern very conservatively, very nicely, and you will be comfortable with it trading it. Before you can trade an M pattern, price has to reject the resistance for the first time. If price reject this resistance for the first time and reject this resistance again for the second time, and price is ready to push all the way to the upside, before price or market continue pushing all the way to the downside, price has to come at this level. Price has to come and break this neckline. Come back for a retest, before pushing to the downside. So this is how we spot the double top, and this is how we trade the double top or the M pattern. This is how I personally trade, because when price is reject here and create a nice double top or an M pattern, when price break off this neckline and come back for a retest, this is where price is ready, or price is confirmed that I am ready to push to the downside. Then you enter your trade very nicely, then you profit from the market. This is how I personally trade from when M pattern is formed. So you can also find how you can also comfortably trade it. Some people trade it when the second leg is creating, or when they see that the second leg is creating some confirmations for them, they enter the market and then um be in the market all the way to the neckline before the continuation. But me, because I am not assured that market will push, or market will push all the way to the downside, I will wait for a break of the neckline. So when there is a break of the neckline and there is a retest of the neckline, that's where I am confident and comfortable to enter my trade in the market. So let's move to the actual chart and let me show you some of the double tops created. If we can spot some of the double tops created, so you can see we have a double top here. You can see a double top create very nicely here, and here is our neckline, and here is our neckline. Here is the double top created. The double top was created very nicely here, and here is our trend line. As I was saying, you see price break out of this region, came back for a retest very nicely. Let me open the chart so that you can see. And price break out of this neckline region, came back for a retest very nicely before a spike all the way to the downside. So this is how I trade my double top pattern. So let's look for another scenario. Okay, we have another scenario here, another double top also created here, and here is our neckline. And here is our neckline. And here is our neckline. Here is our double top created very nicely here. Price push all the way to the downside. This market is looking very beautiful, man. It's looking sweet. This is our neckline, and price break out of our neckline. It came back for a retest super nicely. Then we will be waiting for our very nice confirmation, and then a push to the downside, and it really happened. You see how the market spike all the way to the downside. It's looking sweet, man. Very nicely, very juicy, man. So this is how I basically trade my double top. Let's move to the second reversal patterns in the forex market. Alright guys, so the second reversal pattern in the forex market is the double bottom, and this is how the double bottom look like. There will be a support region here, and then price or market will pushing from the higher high, and price reaches the support region. It will resist for the first time, push to the upside, come back for the second time, then resist it again. You can see this is creating some sort of W pattern, so we call it double bottom or the W pattern. Double bottom or the W pattern. Sometimes the one of the leg will be like up, and one of the leg will be more to the downside. Like for example, this way, one of the leg will be like this, and one of the leg will be this way, and one of the leg will not even reach the resistance region. But yes, so we consider it as a double bottom. We consider it as a double bottom. That's that's the same as the M pattern. Sometimes the M pattern will also create a the M pattern, but one of the leg will be shorter than the other. We still consider it as an M pattern. So this is how I trade my M pattern, my W pattern, or my double bottom pattern when created. Because market always, when market rejects here for the first time, come back and reject here, and market rejected for the second time, we can say this is a double bottom, or this is an W pattern, a double bottom or a W pattern. You can see clearly that it looks like a W. It looks like a W, and then here is the touches that it is showing us. So this is how I trade my W pattern. Some you will see mostly on some people's chart, when price rejects here for the first time, push all the way backside and creating the second leg. Some people wait for confirmation on the second leg, they enter their trade. They are not wrong, per their analysis they are right, and they also make a cool money from it. But because of market manipulation and those kind of stuff, I wait for market to break off the neckline, this neckline. I wait for market to break off the neckline. I wait for market to break off the neckline, come for a retest on the neckline, and then push to the upside, and then push to the upside. This is how I trade my double bottom or the W pattern. So when market break out of the neckline, come back for a retest, that's where I'm confident and comfortable of entering my position or my trade. So because I've already explained on the M pattern, this is the vice versa of the M pattern, so it is really very clear. Let's move on to the rate chart and let me show you some of what really happened if we can spot the double back, the W pattern or the double bottom pattern here. Okay guys, we can spot one here. You can see one leg is longer and the other leg is shorter, but that doesn't indicate that it is not a W pattern, a W pattern, or the double bottom pattern. So we will draw our resistance here very nicely, and let's look for our neckline. Here is our neckline. Here is our neckline very nicely. Here is our neckline. You see, after the break, here is our support. Here is our support, and here is our support and resistance trend line, and also our neckline. When price break out of our neckline, price patiently come for a retest. Then here is where we enter our positions to the upside. Here is where we enter our positions to the upside and also enjoy profit from the market. So you can trade it how I have explained the double top and the double the double top and the double bottom, or the M pattern or the W pattern. Some people enter trade right from here and then enjoy all these profits, but because I am a conservative trader, I wait for market to break out of the trend line and then come back for a retest very nicely. Then I enter my position in the market. After a retest and a confirmation. I enter my position in the market. So this is how I enter my double bottom or the W pattern. Let's move to the last reversal pattern, which is the most important reversal, another most important reversal pattern in the forex market. So guys, you are welcome to the most and last important reversal patterns on the forex market. If you've watched all this video to this point, you are very lucky, because I'm gonna share some important message about the reversal patterns to you. So let me explain this last reversal pattern before I review the message for you guys. So the last reversal pattern is called the head and shoulder reversal patterns. So what is the head and shoulder reversal pattern, or how does the head and shoulder reversal pattern looks like? The head and shoulder reversal pattern looks in a form of like this. So here here is the neckline. So here is the neckline. So here for the head and shoulder pattern, price push. This is how the head and shoulder pattern looks like. Price will be pushing either from the lower low or the lower high type of formation or structure. Here is from the lower low. Price push all the way to the upside and create a left shoulder, come back for a retest on the resistance, push to the upside, create a head, come back for a retest on the support, push to the upside and create a right shoulder, then now breaking the neckline right here, then now coming back, then breaking the neckline right here to the downside. This is how we can spot the head and shoulder pattern, and this is the tool we use for the head and shoulder pattern. You can see here is the left shoulder, price come back for a retest. Here is the head, price come back for a retest on the support, and here is the right shoulder, price now pushing all the way to the downside. So this is how the head and shoulder pattern looks like, and this is how I trade my head and shoulder pattern. Most of the time, as you know, I wait for a break of this neckline. I wait for a break of this neckline, which is my support region, and then price come back for a retest on my neckline or my support region, now turning into a support and resistance region on a neckline. Let me say a neckline. So I'll wait for a retest on the neckline before a spike to the downside. So before you trade this reversal pattern, which is the head and shoulder reversal pattern, you will be waiting patiently for market to break your neckline. And the market break your neckline, now there is a confirmation that market will push to the downside. When market come back for a retest on your neckline, please put that in your head. Put that in your head. When price break below this bad boy, and come back for a retest, that is where we will be entering our sell position. Do you understand me? That's where we will be entering our sell position. So I basically most wait for my retest on the neckline patiently and nicely, then I'll enter my sales. This, when you wait for a retest, it makes the market look sweet and very nice when you are entering your position. So let's move to the actual chart and let's spot some of the pattern, and let's see how it was also traded. So this was the AUD USD trade I was trading within this week. So you can see on the daily time frame, you can see, let's choose how to price push all the way to the upside, create a left shoulder to the upside, create a head, come back to the downside, create a right shoulder, and then now price is pushing all the way to the downside. So here is our neckline, here is our neckline, here is our neckline. Very nicely, let me use the support zone. Here's our neckline very nicely. So you can anticipate what we are waiting for. You can clearly anticipate here for what we are waiting for here. We are basically waiting for a retest here before we enter our position. That is how I trade my head and shoulder pattern. It looks very clear and very nicely and very juicy, and market come back and retest the neckline once again. So put that in your head. When price break out of this bad boy here, when price break out of this bad boy, come back for a retest super nicely. You wait for a confirmation, your confirmation, then you enter the market very nicely and juicy all the way to the downside. So now I'm going to review what I wanted to tell you. So for this reversal patterns on the higher time frame, like the monthly time frame, the weekly time frame, the daily time frame, when these reversal patterns are created there, it changes the whole market structure, the whole market movement. Let me take it again. When this reversal pattern, the double top, the double bottom, and this head and shoulder reversal patterns, when they are created on the higher time frame, the monthly time frame, the weekly time frame, and the daily time frame, it moves or it changes the whole market movement. But when it is created on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 30 minutes, 50 minutes to downwards, it does not change the whole market movement. So put that in mind when you are also trading these reversal patterns. I'm gonna repeat it again. When these reversal patterns are created on the higher time frame, example the monthly, the daily, and the weekly, it changes the overall movement of the market structure. But when it is created below the daily, that is the 4 hour, the 1 hour downwards, it does not change the entire market movement. If you found value in this video, please make sure to hit down the subscribe button. Make sure to like. That is where YouTube algorithm is going to recommend my videos to other people, so that they will also enjoy what you have also already enjoyed from me. Like, comment, and share the video. See you guys in the next video. Bye.